Let me introduce you to the contents of our poster. The first is the characteristic of our guide-kin. It is more accurate. The blender is more secure. Using voice allows the blend to know the environment. The families can avoid the situation of the blend in any time. Today's guide sticks can only constantly improve the security of blend, but cannot give user a better and a safer experience. This is what we want to improve. The next is novelty. Different from previous infrared-based smart gas, we are based on ultrasound because the ultrasound have a better performance in bad weather. The next is applications. Ultrasonic dictation of surrounding subjects and record the video and can send the video to the families in real time. About approach, the first one is ultrasonic persisting system. It can locate all stationary and moving objects around them, as well as their trajectories. As intelligent voice input and output device, you can intelligently report traffic conditions and walking directions to the blend. For example, there is a parked car on the left hand and a red light in front of you, so we are about to turn right. Secondly, avoid route planning system. Judge the possible movement directions of the next step and plan a route can avoid them. The advantage is more intelligent, more secure, and have more communication with the blend family. At the same time, the competition is now already have electronic guide dog. Because driverless cars are very expensive, it may be very expensive to use this technology at this stage. But if it's successful, it can be used in the hospital and the blind users, the blind family, and the man who can't tell the directions.
I'm talking about the first part and the second part. Introduction and system software process model. The purpose of the guide sticks is to guide people with visual impairments to travel safely and GPS positing. The single-ear Bluetooth hardest provide voice indication and urgently ask for help from surrounding people. Our scope is for all visual impaired people. There is some of the erroneous that may appear in this article. This is a reference we have made in the design of the guide stick. The non-guide stick was developed by a doctor at university in Japan, but the guide can only permit the user to avoid obstacles, unable to navigate, and not to alert the user in an emergency. Our guide sticks are optimized on this basis. The modeling tools we used is EA. We combined the Internet of Things and with data analysis and guide sticks to improve the real-time response of the guide sticks, provide GPS navigation for visually impaired, and ask for help from people around. The second part, we used the Agile model to optimize the guide route of the original Japanese university doctor. solved the problem that the guide stick cannot navigate and can't always get the route.
Hi everyone, I will introduce the third part, system software requirements. The first part is the financial. Number one, infer the system surrounding object information, including position, speed, and the direction. It's based on the model-based planning method. The global constraint-free planning-based environment model can easily search for global texts. And it has the characters so fast, real-time, and efficient. The second is the built-in optional avoiding planning function of the get key. The built-in optional avoiding plan function of the getting key optional avoiding plan is the most critical part of implanting an embedding system into a key. Is the number two. We can look at the picture. It's like this. The second, use GPS protecting to navigate the get key. By control the position of the tail special wheels at the bottom at the end of get key, the purpose of getting the balanced direction is achieved. Like this picture, we can use the GPS navigation system and the system automation cancers. The fourth, Bluetooth hard-side intelligent voice function. The band user can use the Bluetooth hard-side contact with the ground stick. The voice guarantee system listens to the command of the option avoiding system in the get key, and the voice broadcasts to the banned person in the real time. Through the get of the get skill and the destination formation, the getness can ensure the attract the safety of the work route. And the fifth part is images for help function. The monitor the function is the monitor function. The monitoring function quickly locates the banned person's location and senses the state of a banned person's surroundings. The first responding app users can obtain the right to work the Bluetooth headset connected the get case, the counting case. And the last is the monitoring function. The app user connected the get can see the working routes the balance use the get skin on the app, and the environment around the bus can be observed through the camera. Now I will introduce the non-functional. First, preferences. And the preferences has three parts. The first part is the get can have a port switch for better relief direction. Number two is the optical operating system enable the signage-based direction the object. Number three is the operator over the system sending the data processing device. We can use the database to memory the message. And the second is the severity. The safety of the guarantee is our the most concern. The material of the get used the light aerospace material. The material is very strong And the last is the contents. We think they have four contents. First, here is the ball on the handle of the getting key. Second, the HCSR04 analysis region model providing 2 cm to 400 cm no-contact distances with a range of 1 to 3 mm. Number the third is use I/O port technology to get together range give a higher signal of the at least 10 US. The last is a normal operating temperature of the system. And the interface, we have two interfaces. One is the GPS, Global Posting System. GPS receivers are included in many conventional products such as automobile, smartphone, exercise watch, and GIS device. And the second is the infrared observer avoidance modern interface. It's one of the simple GPIO interface models. And if it's bright, the interface rail will still reflect, so observer will still detect it. That's all. Thank you.
We will introduce Part 4 System Software Architecture Design. First, we will introduce the system architecture. System architecture apart from four parts. First is integrated, distributed, point, and coverage. Second, we will introduce the software architecture point diagram. It has two interfaces. First is slide interface. Second is server-side business logic.
And it includes perceptual processing, obstacle avoidance, GPS positioning processing, speech processing, and the last one is indication processing.
Let's introduce the class diagram. The system has three interfaces. The first is blank, second is Bluetooth handset, the third is choose help. The blank has three properties and three methods. His properties is age, location, and name. The methods is choose help, choose a destination, and selection route.
And the Bluetooth headset has three properties: color, price, and weight. The method is answer the phone, get instruction, real-time location broadcasting, send instruction, and voice navigation. The last one, choose help, has three properties: length, price, and weight. The method is avoiding obstacles, pacing, planning, and real-time location.
Let's introduce the Part 5, Detailed Description of Components. First, complete package diagram.
Perceptual processing is association to speech processing, and both them can extend to obstacle avoidance, and it can extend to GPS positioning processing. By the way, indication processing can extend to GPS too. 5.2 Detailed Descriptions. We will introduce the model and the class diagram and sequence diagrams. But the class diagram, we have already mentioned it in Part 4.
Let's introduce the sequence diagram. The blank should first open the system. The system conforms to blank. Blank should choose a destination to system. System send destination to guide stick. Then system should play the route and send route information to Bluetooth headset. Then Bluetooth headset to confirm the blend.
And blend is query real-time location to Bluetooth headset. Then it is search the location and the system search it and return it. Lastly, Bluetooth headset will broadcasting the location to blend, and guide stick will sensory batteries, then return the information to blend, and blend will prompt arrive to Bluetooth headset. Part is 6. Data design, and it is describes the data description and data dictionary. That's all.